From the WB, which later transitioned to the CW, to MTV, the 2000s gave us a whole wave of short-lived singing competition shows. Some gave us messy drama.
I walk in there and they're rehearsing, and I'm like, why am I being left out? Because I'm not a trained dancer?
Some gave us legit talent. And some honestly disappeared before you even realized they existed. In this video, let's revisit some competition shows that aim to find the next big music stars.
Training will come down to one moment. In January, you will watch all the hope and all the drama as thousands of young women audition.
I'm gonna go get discovered now. Yeah, I can do this. I'm gonna be a superstar.
But only 5 will be introduced to the world as stars. Pop stars. Pop stars.
Premieres Friday at 9 on WTWB TV 20.
Before American Idol ever premiered, Pop Stars hit the WB in 2001. Based on the international franchise, the American version followed auditions and rehearsals to form a brand new pop group. Season 1 gave us Eden's Crush.
After rejecting hundreds of names, the girls finally make a decision. Now they have a song and a name.
Hi, we're Eden's Crush.
And if you don't remember their music, you probably remember one of their members, Nicole Scherzinger. The group actually had a hit single, Get Over Yourself, which reached the Billboard Top 10. And their first and only album, Pop Stars, would be certified gold in the US. But by season 2, the magic was gone. Their follow-up group, Scene 23, barely made a dent, only recording tracks for the series' soundtrack album. By 2002, both groups disbanded due to their record company, London Sire Records, dissolving. Josh Henderson, a member of Season 2 band Scene 23, went on to land TV roles in TNT's Dallas, Desperate Housewives, and he appeared in several films, most notably the first Step Up movie. And fellow member, who went by Lori Giadosh at the time, would go on to continue being a singer-songwriter, but she also made an appearance on another show on this list that we'll get to in a little bit. Nicole Scherzinger would go on to be the frontwoman for another girl group, the Pussycat Dolls, who have sold over 55 million records worldwide. She did try her hand at a solo music career, and she's been a judge for TV shows like X Factor UK and US, The Sing Off, America's Got Talent, and The Masked Singer. She most recently won a Tony Award for Best Leading Actress in a Musical for her role as Norma Desmond in Sunset Boulevard. As for Pop Stars, the show was canceled after its second season in 2002. Fast forward to 2007, the Pussycat Dolls were one of the hottest girl groups in the world, so the CW launched the Pussycat Dolls Presents The Search for the Next Doll. The premise of the show was to add a 7th member to the group. The show was hosted by Mark McGrath, with the founder of the Pussycat Dolls, Robin Antin, record executive and producer Ron Fair, and rap legend Lil' Kim, all served as judges. Contestants went through makeovers, grueling choreography, performances each week, and of course, plenty of cattiness amongst each other. The winner was 18-year-old Asia Nidelano, but she left the group months after the finale aired, and she only performed with the group once, which basically made the whole show feel pointless. But the following year, they would launch a second season with a whole new premise.
Delicious. And for 3 lucky girls, this is a chance of a lifetime to go from total obscurity to international superstardom.
They will record an album, make music videos, tour around the world, and be guided by Robin and the A&R staff at Interscope, Geffen, and A&M Records, who have shepherded the recording careers of Nelly Furtado, Gwen Stefani, Fergie, Mary J. Blige, Keisha Cole, and the Pussycat Dolls.
launched a nationwide search for the most talented girls in America. Thousands of hopefuls were narrowed down to just a handful, and each girl was put under the microscope for vocals, danceability, and superstar charisma.
In 2008, the Pussycat Dolls Presents Girlicious premiered. This time, instead of adding to the dolls, Robin Antin wanted to form an entirely new group. The format for the show was pretty much the same host and judges. The contestants consisted of young, aspiring female singers and dancers competing for a spot in the group Girlicious, which was originally supposed to be a trio. And of course, like the previous season, there was some cattiness here and there.
If you have a problem with me, I want them to say it to your face. I was not going to miss this fight. No!
But I personally enjoyed the performance parts of the show the most. The Final Five's performance of How Many Times, How Many Lies from the Pussycat Dolls lives rent-free in my brain.
How many times, how many lies?
So at the end of the season, 4 of the contestants, Nicole Cordova, Tiffany Anderson, Christina Sayers, and Natalie Mejia, were chosen to be in Girlicious. So instead of a trio as initially planned, Girlicious was a quartet. They were signed to Geffen Records and released their debut album, Girlicious, that same year, in Canada. The group actually had a lot of success in Canada, but they barely promoted in the States, which I always thought was interesting. In 2009, Tiffany Anderson announced she was no longer in Girlicious, saying that the group was moving in a different direction and no longer wanted to be urban. Yeah.
Oh, see, is it because I'm black?
That same year, Girlicious signed to Universal Music Canada and released their second album, Rebuilt. But without strong branding or big charting hits, and members having issues within and outside of the group, Girlicious quickly faded and officially disbanded in 2011. So where are the girls of Girlicious now? Tiffany Anderson walked away from pop music entirely, reinventing herself as a painter and visual artist known as the Pretty Artist. Today, her work has been profiled in major outlets like Ebony and Essence, and she's built a new career showcasing bold pieces made with unconventional materials like broken glass. Christina Sayers pursued some solo music after the group, but ultimately chose a different route. She became a born-again Christian, refocusing her life on faith. She's been active as a worship leader while also dabbing back into entertainment. Natalie Mejia also turned toward faith. She briefly performed with her sisters in a group called the Mejia Sisters, but eventually shifted her artistry into Christian pop. In 2025, she released a new album titled Holy Exodus, a deeply personal record that reflects her spiritual journey. She's also planning a podcast for 2026 while balancing family life with 3 children. And lastly, Nicole Cordova generally keeps a lower profile these days. But after the official disbandment, she joined the group Girls United, which even auditioned for the X Factor USA. In recent years, she's made surprise appearances that sparked nostalgia for fans, including a 2024 performance in Toronto where she sang Girlicious classics such as Like Me. Quick sidebar, I loved Girlicious, especially their first album. My personal favorites were Tiffany and Nicole. I would play their music on YouTube because they didn't release their album in the US, which I thought was crazy. I personally wonder what would have been had they kept Tiffany and properly pushed themselves in the States. In 2008, MTV launched MTV's Top Pop Group. The show was hosted by Mario Lopez, and the judges were Brian Friedman, former choreographer and judge from So You Think You Can Dance, Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child, and Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas. Marianela Perea was the show's backstage correspondent. This show was basically America's Best Dance Crew, but for music groups. The groups were competing for $100,000 and the title of MTV's Top Pop Group. Each week, groups performed cover songs while the judges critiqued. The winners were an a cappella group named Mosaic, and they were very successful in the a cappella world, winning several contemporary a cappella recording awards after the show. And according to their social media, they're still active to this day.
Sure to get down, good Lord, baby got 'em open all over town.
But to put it lightly, the show barely made a ripple. Even compared to other shows on this list, I feel like this one is almost completely forgotten for some people. It lasted one season with only 4 episodes before MTV pulled the plug. And lastly, we have P. Diddy's Star Maker in 2009, also on MTV.
Only one will become a star.
Nobody wants this more than me. I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
This is my show, Star Maker.
The concept was idol style, discovering the next big solo superstar. Kimberly Caldwell was the host, with Diddy, Rodney Jerkins, Tamara Conniff, and Lori Ann Gibson as the judges. And there were some real talents here. Loriana May later signed with Atlantic Records and collaborated with CeeLo Green and several other artists over the years. Melody Angel has also built a solid career as a musician and singer, encompassing different genres like blues, folk, and rock. But ultimately, it couldn't compete with other shows like American Idol. The winner of the show, Liz Davis, was set to be the first country music artist on Bad Boy Records. But after the show, it was pretty much radio silence. And in an Instagram post, Liz said it took 2 years for her to get out of her contract with Bad Boy. And she kind of alluded to how maybe there was some sabotage with her moving forward with another label. She then went on to be on NBC's The Voice in 2012. She landed a spot on Blake Shelton's team, but she was eliminated in the live playoffs. And as for the show, Star Maker just disappeared after 1 season. Which of these shows do you remember watching? And should I cover more forgotten TV shows like this? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you tune in to my next video.